Are undecided majors more likely to struggle in their first year? Choosing a major can feel overwhelming. Many students start college undecided. But does not having a declared path affect their academic performance? Let's find out if undecided majors are more likely to land on academic probation using a two-proportion z-test. Our research question is this: are students who start college undecided more likely to end up on academic probation than those who have declared a major? We're comparing two proportions, the percentage of probation cases in each group, to see if the difference is significant. We chose the two-proportion z-test because we have a binary outcome, on academic probation or not. We're comparing two independent groups, students who are undecided and those who declared a major. Each group has enough cases for the z-test assumptions to hold, at least 5 successes and 5 failures. This test helps us determine whether the difference in probation rates between the two groups is statistically significant. If you're thinking about using this test in a formal research project, here's a full walkthrough of the study design you want to document specifically for this case. Start with the research question and hypotheses. Define your variables clearly. Describe your data preparation steps. Explain the method you're using. Mention any assumptions you checked. And finally, report and interpret your test results. The two-proportion z-test gives us the proportion of students on academic probation in each group, a z-statistic showing how far apart the proportions are, a p-value to determine statistical significance, a confidence interval to estimate the difference between the two proportions. And if the p-value is less than 0.05, we can conclude that undecided majors are significantly more or less likely to be on academic probation. There are actually two ways we can do this, but the way I'm going to show you I feel is cleaner and more presentable. We're going to go to Analyze, Tables. We will put undecided in the column, probation in the spring in rows. I'll click on the variables in the column, and I will change this to column percent for ease of our interpretation. Then I will go to Test Statistics. Click Compare Column Proportions. Keep it as in a separate table for ease of use. Click Display Significance Values. And to add value, I will run a chi-square test. It's important to note here that we can run a chi-square test here, which will tell us whether the two variables are statistically associated. What it won't tell you is the proportional differences, which we will get out of this two-proportion test. We will click OK. In doing so, we will see that among those undecided, 19% were on academic probation, and 13.6% of those deciding on their major were on probation in the spring. We see these are statistically significant as indicated by uppercase letters, as noted in the note below in the table. The value it gives us in parentheses is the p-value, which is 0.033, which is below the significance threshold of 0.05. We can conclude that there is a statistically significant difference in academic probation rates between undecided and declared students. That's the two-proportion z-test in action. Use here to explore whether undecided students face a higher risk of academic probation. Next up, we'll look at comparing means instead of proportions using the t-test. Subscribe to keep the stats flowing and stay curious.